Hi guys, it is Mr. Fed. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would do a tour of the man cave with some commentary. So that being said, let's get straight into it. So what is the man cave? Well, the man cave is behind this rather fetching looking door here. So let's just open her up, shall we? And let's have a look. So this was previously known, before we bought the house, it was known as bedroom 4. Me and my missus do live in a bungalow, 4-bed bungalow. It's just me and her that live here, so we don't need 3 spare bedrooms. So the plan was to always turn the smallest room into kind of another little snug where if she's watching her murder mystery programs in the lounge, I could have somewhere to go to watch wrestling and play video games and do all the good stuff that men like to do. So we'll start and go round in a clockwise direction. So this is the shelving unit around the back of the door here. This is where I keep all my Switch games and my Wii U games down here. I've got Super Nintendo games down there. I don't have a SCART lead TV anymore because it was just too big and too cumbersome for the room. So I can't actually play my Super Nintendo at the moment. So I would quite like to get those SNES games up and on display somewhere. This whole thing in our last house used to be full of vinyl, but before we moved, I made a conscious decision to really cut down my records. And that now is all the records I have. I kept the ones that I listened to the most, and I kept the ones that I thought might be worth some money. And those are my only CDs as well. I sold all of my CDs. I had thousands of CDs. I got rid of them all to Music Magpie. You know, I just couldn't physically manage the size of the collection anymore. Speaking of that, I mean, this is my only hi-fi piece of equipment. It's a Crossley record suitcase player. Now this is actually pretty good because it has Bluetooth. So I mean, I don't play my records through these kind of piddly little speakers here. I've got a Bluetooth speaker, so it's connected up to this Bluetooth speaker over here. And even though that's quite a small Bluetooth speaker, it makes a hell of a booming sound. And that speaker combined with that record player, for the amount at a time I kind of listen to records, that's all I need, and it's perfectly loud enough for the size of this room. So that's me kind of hi-fi setup. I'm not really much of a hi-fi snob anymore. I've definitely moved over from physical hi-fi and physical music over to Sonos and Spotify really, but I still like listening to records, and I'll still buy 1 or 2 every year. This is a new addition up here. My friend, these are record holders. My friend bought 10 of these off Amazon for 10 quid. And she said she only needed 6. So she had said to me, would I like the other 4? Now, those record holders, they're only held up, they're not nailed to the wall. They're just held up with adhesive. But I think it just really makes a nice piece of artwork for any sort of room or man cave to have some sort of vinyl artwork on the walls. And you know, they're interchangeable, so if you get bored with the ones that you've got up there, you can change them and put new artwork on the wall really quite easily. That Ian Hunter album, I'm not the Hoople fan, but that solo album by Ian Hunter is absolutely fantastic. I love that record. What else we've got up here? We've got my Wii remotes in there. We've got a mini SNES. That's not hooked up to the TV because I've only got 4 HDMI ports in my TV, so there's not enough for it, but most of the games on the mini SNES are now available on the Switch Online service. So, you know, Nintendo have practically made the mini SNES a little bit redundant. Moving around, this is where we sit. I really want to get rid of this sofa and have 2 kind of separate armchairs there instead, but we have 2 cats, and the 2 cats that we have, if you have cats, I mean, you'll know that they just tear up everything. So we're waiting for the cats to go to kitty cat heaven really before we start replacing carpets and sofas, because if we get new carpets and sofas, the cats will just tear them up and throw up on them, and it'll just be a complete waste of money. Moving over, lampshade, and then these shelving units, these are new as well. Got my Mario figurines, and I want to get the rest of my DVDs down from the loft. They're still up in the loft, so I might need to find a new home for that. American football, the beer bell, as I did a video about that. My wife loves it when I ring the beer bell. Now this picture up here, This picture, if you don't recognise it, it's the band Pink Floyd. It's the picture from their gatefold sleeve, Dark Side of the Moon, their record in 1973. This picture is drawn by my cousin. My brother paid for it. I think it was a Christmas or birthday present. I can't remember if it was a Christmas or a birthday present. It was back in 2014. That is a hand-drawn pencil drawing. It's all done in pencil. My cousin did an art degree, I think it was at Middlesex University. She now works for Nike. She's an illustrator for Nike, so she's doing incredibly well for herself. But I absolutely love that picture. I just think it looks really good as a centerpiece in the room. And then we move on to the other shelf. This is another shelf. Got me basketball trophies here. What we got here? 1995-96 MVP. 1996 3-on-3 champions. That one, Ipswich, that IDBA, Ipswich District Basketball Association Division 2 winners in 1997. Hurricane Relief Tournament, 1995. That one there. This medal down here, that was when I did the London to Brighton cycle ride. Back in the days when I was fit and I was able to do those types of things. Got the Starlink up there because I just thought it looks, I think that's a really cool box. Probably one of the best looking games I've ever really bought. My championship rings. My Smokehead whiskey up there. I did a video on Smokehead. You know, check it out. It's one of my favourite ever whiskies. And I just think that gold skull on that black charcoal box background just looks really, really good, doesn't it? So this is where we play the games. That's where my Nintendo Switch 2 lives. Underneath here, we have the Nintendo Wii U. And those are some of the Switch games that I'm playing at the moment. What's the top one? Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that one. Yeah, the Wii U. So the control for the Wii U is... it's over there. And the Wii U and the Wii, as I said before, they are systems that still get used. On the wall then. So I'm a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. In my lifetime, we have won 2 championships. We won one in 2017, and that's our quarterback when we won in 2017, lifting the Lombardi Trophy, called Nick Foles. And then we won the Super Bowl again last year as well in 2024, and that's our quarterback, Jalen Hurts. So 2 championships in my lifetime, which is 44, coming up to 45 years. Not a prolific return, but still... 2 is, you know, quite recently. So we're, you know, supporting a team now that seems to have found a bit of success. Over here, this was a wedding present. This was fuzzy felt, which was given to us by a friend, made for us by a friend called Adrian. Now, we got married in December 2014, so it's coming up to our 11th wedding anniversary, and yeah, so we absolutely love that. Well, I love it, and so pride and centerpiece in the man cave. And then I've only got 2 wrestling autographs. One is Gangrel from an independent show a couple of years ago, and the other one is of, I don't know if you can see that in the light, it's Big Daddy. So that was a show from December 1991 in Felixstowe at the Spa. No, it wasn't the Spa Pavilion, it's the Leisure Centre, wasn't it? If we scroll around into this corner here, this corner is the music room. I play the bass guitar. I'm okay. I'm not like a really accomplished bass player, but I still every now and again sort of dabble, play the bass and that. So that's my amp and my bass guitar set up. Up in the corner there, that's where all the CCTV and the security and the alarms and the internet, I think, are all plugged in up there. So there we go, that is it. I just thought I'd do a quick tour. So the new additions are the vinyl records that are on the wall, and the shelves, shelving units. It's still a work in progress. What's that? That's my work laptop. And these are records that I want to listen to next. So if there's a record I want to listen to next, I put it down there. So that's Caius. Now, if you don't know, Caius... they are Queens of the Stone Age before they became Queens of the Stone Age. So it's Josh Homme and Nick Oliveri. If you're a Queens of the Stone Age fan, never heard of Gaius, then I would recommend you go and check them out. So there it is. That's the Man Cave. This is where we listen to music, play our games, watch our sport, watch our wrestling, and maybe drink a few wines as well. Hope you enjoyed the tour. I will see you in the next one.